In the beginning, I started cutting these with the abrasive blades, but the chatter tends to eat them up, so I was going through a lot of blades. So I actually picked up one of the steel blades with the diamonds in it, and it was a lot better. It still chatters a little bit, but it doesn't disintegrate when it does that. So they actually do a great job cutting. If you're still using abrasive blades, you might consider upgrading to one of these diamond blades. For this project, I'm using steel salvaged from stair stringers for apartment complexes. A friend of mine's replacing them and gave me the old stringers, but that means I have a little bit of prep work to do. I found using an impact chisel to be the best way to bust up the loose rust, and that way I can kind of get some paint primer on there and hopefully slow down any future rust. But you can tell they're pretty rusty and very pitted. I admit I'm a terrible welder. I understand the principle of it, and I understand how to melt steel together, but there's a lot of technique involved, and I think that you just have to put in the time, burning the rods, and just do it to get better at it. So I'm looking forward to welding a lot more projects and getting better at it, because I think it's a really handy skill to have. With this project, I learned you can never have too many of these clamps. I have some really awesome C-clamps that somebody gave to me, and I kind of restored them. I cleaned them up and painted them. And then I have those locking clamps, the locking pliers as well. And they are so handy for just clamping things in place, clamping angle onto pieces to help hold it in place. So you see those get used a lot. I would love to pick up a few more of those and different sizes to just make a lot of this stuff easier. The original design, I was just gonna put these 10-inch C channels on the horizontals to hold the lumber. It's really overkill, but there was no way I was gonna rip these down, even with the diamond blade. It would have taken so long. So I finally broke down, I bought a plasma cutter, and this worked fantastic. This is the real speed that you can cut at, and it produces a very clean cut, and just just does a great job. So I'm glad to have that. It makes cutting steel so much easier. I can cut holes, I can cut straight things, so it really sped up the job, and I'm glad to have it. I have a lot of those angle pieces. They're about 30 something inches long. Those are left over from the house. They're used as cord bracing for the trusses. So I have stacks and stacks of them. And so they worked out great for bracing. So I cut those down. I kind of put them here and there wherever it was easy to put one. And that helped stiffen it up. I loved painting this. It made it look so much better once it was all kind of a uniform color. So I'm putting on a Rust-Oleum primer here. Then the next coat will be like a flat black Rust-Oleum paint. And when it got all done, I think it looked great. The next trick was getting it into position. We actually put some steel pipes down. I got it as close as I could. We rested it on the pipes, and then we just shoved it, which let it roll right back into place in the mill. And then it was time to fill it up with wood.